All right, let's cut across right now to BJP Delhi MP Gautam Gambhir, who's joining us on the current CBI raids that are taking place on the Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi, Manish Sisodia, regarding the liquor policy in Delhi. Mr. Gambhir, appreciate you joining us. Thank you, sir. The Aam Aadmi Party, Mr. Gambhir, says that this... Thank you, sir. Says that this is a witch hunt. The timing of its suspect, 2 days ago, Arvind Kejriwal launches Make India Number One campaign, which primarily pitches him in 2024 against Prime Minister Modi. You want to scuttle that. Number two, Bilkis Bano, where your own party members were on the committee which gave rapists to get them out of jail, let them out of jail. The timing is suspect, and this is a witch hunt, is what the Aam Aadmi Party says.
It is such a pity that a man, even after 7 years, tried to play a victim card. He's done that for 7 years, without opening a single school in Delhi, without opening a single hospital in Delhi, without opening a single new college in Delhi, no new DDC buses, nothing on nothing on infrastructure, sorry for the matter. And he talks about the world-class health infrastructure and education system. It is such a pity. And the most unfortunate thing, you know what is, that we are not fighting a man, we are fighting a perception. And we are fighting a perception that is created by media. No one even dares to ask him this question, that how many school, colleges, hospitals has been opened in the last 7 years? Do you think Delhi has become London, Paris or New York? Look at the kind of promises he's made to the people of Delhi. And then he talks about opening schools and colleges across the country. What is he talking about? And now he's again come out and start playing a victim card, which he's brilliant at. That if you're not scared, if you haven't done anything wrong, why be scared of any agency? You won't be scared of any agency, I'm sure. I'm not scared of any agency. Let agencies come to me and ask me any questions and I'll answer everything. I've got nothing to hide. The only reason why they're creating so much of panic in the capital is, and they're coming out and open and giving all those press conferences, is because they've done something under the table. And I'll tell you the biggest reason what they've done. They haven't opened a single school, college or hospital, but they've opened more than 600 liquor shops in Delhi so that they could get the money to fight elections in Punjab with the help of the Khalistanis. And that is exactly the reason why they wanted to open 600 liquor shops in Delhi. And if they were so clean in their liquor policy, why did they backtrack on that? They shouldn't have backtracked on that if they were so clear. And now when they're getting exposed completely, now they're again coming out and playing a victim card. You know what, we wanted to do this, we wanted to do that. Not even a single school in 7 years. Unfortunately, before 7 years, every CM who's been head of the Delhi have worked for the people of Delhi and for the health infrastructure and for the infrastructure of Delhi. This man has done nothing. Delhi has never looked this tired, never looked this old, which it has looked in the last 7 years.
Mr. Gambhir, you know, other than, of course, what the Aam Aadmi Party is blaming is the timing of it all. The line of argument from the Aam Aadmi Party side is that for whatever in terms of procedural lapses, because the Aam Aadmi Party says there is no quid pro quo, they are open to a CBI investigation, let them prove if there was quid pro quo. If there have been procedural lapses, the Aam Aadmi Party is saying that this is at the behest of the former Governor LG of Delhi, Mr. Bejar.
Yeah, because they now want to put the blame on the LG as well. And most important thing is that if they were so clean and clear in their liquor policy, why did they backtrack on that liquor policy? Why did they took it back? As simple as that, it's a simple question which needs to be answered. And if the CM of Delhi thinks that his cabinet is so clean and honest, why get scared of the agencies? Why create so much of panic? It is just to divert. When they start getting exposed, they come out and open and start playing the victim card. You know what? These agencies are trying to stop our great work, what have done. What is the Delhi model? I want to ask a simple question. What exactly is Delhi model? Without opening anything, without doing anything for the people of Delhi or for Delhi, you talk about Delhi model. Yes, Delhi model is there, which is only on newspapers, which is only on televisions, and nothing on ground. Talk about sports university. Where is that sports university? You're such a big news channel. You should send your reporter and see where the sports university is. It's only on papers. The entire management is on papers. Nothing on ground. It is such a shame that a young girl who's won the medal in Commonwealth game comes out and open and say that she hasn't got anything from the Delhi government, got no support from Delhi government. Imagine, this is what we are fighting. We are not fighting a man. We are fighting someone who plays a victim card brilliantly, and someone which is a media perception, which is created by media, and we will fight with our entire might. We will not let Delhi get destroyed just because someone who's trying to become a megalomaniac wants to see himself every day. Look at what he did in COVID as well during the second wave. When the whole entire country was looking to serve the people of the country, he used to come out on every news channel, every second minute, would give those long press conferences, speeches, ads and stuff. Nothing on ground, but we will fight, and the people of Delhi will fight.
Mr. Gambhir,
I don't think so.
Right.
He can play that victim card anymore.
Mr. Gambhir, now on the question of why did the Delhi government roll back the liquor policy, the Aam Aadmi Party says tenders under any policy are renewed every year. The new liquor policy had completed 1 year and tenders had to be renewed. Under pressure from the centre, there was no officer who was signing in on the new tenders. If they had not, and they are saying that it's temporarily, they've rolled it back. If they had not temporarily rolled back on the policy, then liquor vends would have shut down. The city would have been flooded with illicit liquor, and on top of it, revenue would have come down to complete zero, which they're anyway alleging at the behest of the LG.
No, that's not true. The only reason why they've gone back to the old liquor policy, have taken this liquor policy back, is because they were scared of getting exposed completely, and they eventually will get exposed completely. I've given the reason why they've opened 500 or 600, whatever amount of liquor shops in Delhi. The reason is because they wanted money. They wanted money to fight the elections, and that is all just probably try to put the blame on the LG, try to put the blame on the central government, which they've been doing it in the last 7 years, and they've been able to create that through the media as well. Tell me anything that happens, they keep putting the blame. Now the LG has come into the play as well. Central government, MCD, LG. So I think from their point of view, the only honest people in this entire country is Aam Aadmi Party, the CM of Delhi and his cabinet. But unfortunately, that's not the truth.
Mr. Gambhir, the other...
very cheap politics. Right. Eventually, it also has a life. Yes.
Yes. Mr. Gambhir, yes. The other big charge where that has been laid also by the CBI is that the bungling or a waiver of 143 crores and a little over that to the liquor mafia is what the Aam Aadmi Party gave. The Aam Aadmi Party says over 135 has been refunded back to the liquor cartel.
See, the thing is, I just want to say one thing, that there is clear corruption in the excise policy and the liquor policy, and that has happened through the Deputy CM of Delhi, and that he's getting exposed, and that we all know. And that is going to, and probably let the CBI do their job, and you'll get the entire truth, and he will completely get exposed. That is what I want to say, and that is a very, very clear thing, which we all know what he's done.
All right, well, that is to prove that money trail, quid pro quo, is the CBI's job. They will have to investigate it. On the other front, there's a huge charge which has been made by many, especially from the Delhi unit, Mr. Gambhir, where you come from, which is, they're showing these two newspapers. One is the New York Times, the other is the Khalij Times, with the same, an article lauding Manish Sisodia as education minister and his work. Now the charge that is laid by you is that this is an advertorial. The Aam Aadmi Party has now come out and thrown an open challenge and said, prove that this is an advertorial, because the Khalij Times has only given courtesy to the New York Times. You can't buy space in the New York Times, is what the Aam Aadmi Party is saying.
See, I don't want to get into something what anyone has said. When you talk about the education system, I can put it on record through your channel that without opening a single school in last 7 years, without opening a single new college in 7 years, how can it be a world-class education system? Can you send your child to a government school? Can I send my child to a government school? No. Can I send someone from my family to a government hospital? No. Is Mohalla Clinic a world-class health infrastructure? The answer, people will need to answer this. No, it's not. The point is, whatever they've done, New York Times, Khalij Times, I think that's their way of politics. For me, the most important way is what has happened on ground. On ground, in 7 years, nothing has happened, and without opening a single hospital or a college or a school, you can't end up talking about a world-class education system, which is such a pity that we still have to counter that, and we will counter it with our entire might. Because these questions are asked to us, these questions should be asked to the Aam Aadmi Party, who's in power, but all these questions are asked to the opposition. So imagine what we have to face. We have to face a perception. I wish we were facing a man. But we will beat this perception.
Right. Mr. Gambhir, but when you look at the larger picture, then the opposition can turn around the same, saying that you guys are in the center. So, when you get into that debate, it might be a little rich, but I'll ask you one final question.
Please say that, but 190 crore people getting vaccination is not on paper.
Right.
80 crore people getting ration is not on paper. But sports university is on paper.
Right.
Nothing
Okay, I'm
on
going to ask
ground in
you,
Delhi,
I'm just going to ask you one.
Only on paper, only on advertisement
Right.
is there.
I will ask you one quick question, sir, before I let you go.
Yes.
The Aam Aadmi Party is now clearly building Arvind Kejriwal as the contender to Narendra Modi come 2024, especially at the back of the campaign that he launched, and this is what they are saying is spooking the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Only through you, through your medium, only through the news channel, without having a single MP in Lok Sabha. Again, the narrative. Again, what we've been accused of, that we're not able to build a narrative in BJP Delhi. Just because we don't spend crores and crores of rupees on advertisement and on other things as well. This is just a media created narrative. And I'm sure we all know that how it has been created. Not even having a single MP in Lok Sabha, and you're trying to build someone against the Prime Minister. And see, I can only laugh at it. It is such a shame that Delhi has been betrayed in last 7 years, and now they're projecting him through the media channel or through whatever sources they want to, and by whatever means they want to. That's up to them. They've got all the right to do that. But let him come out and open and answer this question, that why did he took that excise policy back, and another thing, how many school, colleges, hospitals has he opened in Delhi?
All right, appreciate
Simple.
you joining us, Mr. Gambhir. Thank you for taking out the time. Well, it is going to be a war of words through the course of the day between the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Aam Aadmi Party. We've already seen multiple back-to-back press conferences. You just heard BJP MP Gautam Gambhir.